I'm down here. Apparently it's facing up in the air because Lee was working in the air. But look behind me here. Look right there. Apparently a tree branch broke. Not sure exactly when, but it's just laying there. This tree behind me is a bodart tree mixed with other trees. It's a monster in the sense that it is really out of control. This tree sits between those two cottages, and so it's gonna need some work. The wind is really picking up now. It's about, I don't know, 58 degrees. It's still quite brisk. When you're working, it's not too bad, but when you're just standing here, it's kind of cool. Anyway, I think I'm gonna approach that tree. This is a bodart tree. See the difference in the thorns? They're kind of small and they're like all over the place. Yeah, that's the bodart tree thorns.
What is it?
It's bleeding. I cut the side of the tree and it started bleeding.
Sap?
Yellow sap.
Yeah, sap.
No, sap's clear and sticky. This is. I want to show you something. I was sawing on this tree branch. There was one here and one here, and I went to get this one off and I cut this one a little bit, and look what happened to it. See, this is where I cut it, and there's this white drippy stuff that is coming from the tree. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, apparently, I don't know if I hurt the tree, but he did not like that. Every place is kind of doing it a little bit. You can see right here where some of that stuff's coming out of the tree. This is a bodart tree. There's a really big hole next to that tree. We knew that there was a hole that went like this next to the stump, but what I'm seeing seems to go the opposite way under the ground, which means something could be in there. Could be a den of rabbits, could be rats. It's pretty darn big though. I mean, it's really big. And if it's abandoned, it could have snakes. Oh my gosh, we're gonna take a peek. I don't know. It's pretty big. Sorry. Okay, you saw what we saw. We turned the camera upside down, looked in the hole. It looks deep. We don't know what's in there, but we weren't about to stick our face in there, so we used the camera, and then we took a look at the camera to see what it looked like. The microphone got in the way, so I wasn't really able to get down deep, so I don't know. Might try the cell phone and see if I can get down deep with the cell phone, but what could that be? What could be living in that very large den? They were very well protected with this tree like that. I've exposed, the tree, or the hole, I should say, by removing a lot of those trees that were growing up everywhere and the branches that were lower. I'll keep working on this tree. Okay, I hope you can see this side of the tree is looking pretty good. The back side I haven't touched yet, and it's looking pretty bad. There's tree limbs everywhere. It's surprising how many trees are growing within the trees. Many of them are dead, many of them are alive. They're not very big. You saw how big some of them were. Maybe you did, maybe the camera died at that time, I'm not sure. But there's still quite a few trees that we have to go. This tree right here is growing up, clear up inside there. And we've got this cluster of trees that's also growing up inside there. I'm afraid that a lot of this bow dart is dead. It's just breaking. And then I want to show you this. I'll bring you in closer to show you. Okay, this is some type of a vine. It almost looks like a rose bush with the little thorns that it has in it. And I cut it off at the top. It was growing in there. But if you know what type of vine this is, without any flowers to give it away, maybe you recognize the leaves, let us know in the comments. What is this? Should I cut it down? Should I let it stay? I don't know. Maybe transplant it somewhere else. But not if it's dangerous. Okay, what you're seeing is the back side of the tree from the side, and you can see that the branch is growing clear out like this. And this is just a mess out here. I've gotten the front backed up a little bit. We won't know if the bow dart tree is dead, completely dead anyway, until it starts to bud or does not bud. And a lot of trees are budding. They're kind of confused right now because we had some warm days and now we're having freezing temperatures at night. So I don't think they understand that the cold weather's not gone yet. And so a lot of these trees are already budding. Not this bow dart, none of the bow darts actually. So they must be later in the season to start blooming. Anyhow, you can see there's just still so many trees besides the main stock that are all around here, besides that big gigantic hole that we already investigated. And so, see if I can clear this up. We'll see where things go. I'll go consult with the the mister. Battery dead. Guess I'm done sawing. I've wiped up a lot of that tree, which wasn't a tree, but many trees, as you can see. The yard is now full of branches once more. Lee could get the big chainsaw and get that one that's just laying sideways there down, and that some of those branches. But I think the boat arts, which were in the center, I don't know that they're going to survive. I think most of them are dead, and that's a shame. I think all the green growth that we saw, that green we saw in the spring or summer, we weren't here in the spring, but in the fall before the leaves fell, I think those were all the big trees that grew up and through. And I don't know that any of them were the boat arts. They seem pretty crusty in some areas. So I guess we either cut the whole thing down, or we leave the center boat arts and see what happens and drop them later. I don't know what we'll do, but let's see if Lee's in a point where he might want to chainsaw a branch down. He may not.
Well, you notice I'm using an electric chainsaw. I've damaged my right wrist, and I'm assuming all the things that we do around here, I don't know. So I'm going to use the electric chainsaw, that way I don't have to try to pull start it.
Well, that looks a whole lot better, doesn't it? I don't know if anything will survive. Am I chopping my head off? Nah, not chopping my head off. Well, that looks a whole lot better. There is so much branches all over this yard now. We had it clean. You got to see that part, at least the area. But now, because we cleared up all those branches, everything is all over the place. Let me show you. Each time you do something, it creates something else you gotta do. Anyway, Lee's done with the trim. Tomorrow we're gonna try to paint. I hope it's not windy. And we'll get the base coat on both these cabins by spraying it on, and then we're gonna hand paint the trim with a brush, and just leave this mess behind me. If it's not real windy, we can start burning some of the wood that we've got over here, but we'll have to see what tomorrow brings. For now, that's it for today. God bless you, and thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Share.
Comment.
Let us know what we're doing wrong.
No.
Or right.
No, never.
Let us know what we're doing right.
There you go.
God bless you, friends.
See you next time.